So today we're going to introduce a new segment to you. It's called The Blast from Our Past. These are cars that I've done in my career, a lot of them many years ago, some of them just a few years ago. But we've got a bunch of them, so we're going to dig that out and start showing you things that we've done. And today we're going to do a funny car called Striptease. Gary Mizar and I did it like in 2002, 2003, something like that. It's been quite a while ago. We've lost track of the car. We don't know where it's at. We'd love to find it. So if any of you guys know where it's at, shoot us a comment or something. It'd be awesome. But anyway, we hope you like this segment, and we enjoyed doing it. Hey, welcome to A Blast from Our Past. This is a funny car that Gary and I had the privilege of doing several years ago. The story on it was one of 3 bodies built for Jungle Jim Lieberman. We had a great time building this car. When it came in, it was very rough. The body was very wavy. We had the privilege of turning it into what it is now. As you can see, Gary really turned the lights on this baby. And so I'll turn it over to him, and he'll tell you exactly how he did the project.
When I started airbrushing years ago in the 70s, I was doing t-shirts, but I stepped up into doing the airbrush on cars, and my main focus was murals and lettering. What you're seeing is the first time I attempted to do any headlights to make them look like they were actually on. It's a process of spraying the silver base first. I would tone them with black to make the different shades of silver, and I would actually tone the whites to make them different shades of white to give the effect, the illusion, if you will, of what it would actually look like painted to make them look real. In the steps that you're noticing too on the lettering, most of the time I would hand cut the lettering out, but this time I wanted the effect of drop shadow lettering inside with shades of orange. Now you always learn from the very beginning. Sometimes you make mistakes. I should have based it with white first because the car was dark red. Then I sprayed the yellow on that. All the orange that you see on the car is free-handed on to give the effect of a chiseled letter style. And on the taillights, I had a picture to have the taillights to look like they were actually real. The lenses themselves, if you look at the car, you'll see it looks like real chrome. It'll look like a real backup light, actually look like a real lens. Now, as far as the glass, Paul took and painted all that black and added the silver aluminum trim around it to give it the effect that the glass was actually in the car. The flames were the last project to put on. I masked all those out by hand, and then I would take a paper mask and roll them over to make the other side to where it would match. These were all painted in a lime green, and then I shot a gold pearl in a clear base over the top of that, and then Paul cleared the whole car, and there's many hours of sanding and buffing to get the car to the condition that we wanted. As you saw in the very beginning, it was in raw primer, but there was a lot of work to this car, and what you see, the end results, is beauty at its best. It was so beautiful. The clear was deep, and the man was very, very pleased when he walked in to see the car.
We always hoped that we'd get to see the car run, but we never did. Last we heard, it was in Texas somewhere. We have a lost and found box at thebodyandsoulshop.com, so if anybody knows where it is, we'd love to keep track of it and know where it's at this point in time. Hey, welcome to the Body and Soul Shop. Today we're going to give you an update about what's been going on in the shop. We made a lot of progress with this 65. We made a fair amount of progress with the custom truck, the 60 style custom truck. And so we're just going to show you what we've been up to. We've got this 302 in here now. It's got fuel injection on it. It's got the front runner system on it. Our brakes are all plumbed up. They're bled. They're ready to go. We're getting ready to start wiring it here pretty soon. We do a lot of sheet metal work, and I love to do that stuff. If somebody's got something that's real sentimental to them, we like to fix it. But sometimes it just doesn't make sense to do that. So we wound up buying new fenders, a new stone deflector for this thing, and a new radiator support because they're just in such bad shape. Not that they can't be fixed, but it's just not financially wise. So you may remember from one of the previous videos on this 65 how somebody had taken pliers or a pipe wrench or whatever and had rolled the rear fender wells out to put bigger tires on for whatever reason. We don't know. But both front fenders were also cut off down here, I'm assuming because they had too big of tires on it and couldn't turn it. But these fenders are really a lot of damage in here. Both of them, it's not that it can't be hammered, dollied out, and fixed and everything, but it doesn't make sense to fix these when you buy brand new ones for like $310 or something. So you know, we just had to pull the trigger and call it, and instead of fixing these, we're gonna paint these new ones. So we've already bed linered the back sides of them. They're taped up. We're gonna edge prime them, seal them, and shoot them. So that's gonna happen here probably tomorrow. Also, I'm gonna go back here to the inner fender wells. This area right in here was totally ate out where the battery box was at, so I had to recreate all this. You can buy reproduction inner fender wells, but this piece here I decided I wanted to save these just because there was so much other reproduction stuff going on. So we're in good shape. They're painted up and bed linered on the inside real nice, and this thing's coming together really good. We're gonna make a lot of progress here in the next couple of weeks, and it won't be long and this thing will be done. So we've got the brand new windshield in it. We've got the brand new back glass in it. We're getting ready to paint the outside of the doors, and then we'll put the internals of the doors in it, which will have new glass and all new felts and vent windows. Everything will be replaced new on that. So we're making good progress. So I really, when we was trying to decide what steering wheel to put in it, I seen this one and I liked the mahogany. I thought the mahogany wood would really look good with this blue and white, and I think it really makes it pop in here. So Bobby's sanding on the inside of the doors for the custom truck. We're getting them ready to paint, and he'll have them knocked out here in no time, and we'll start edging them in, and we're getting ready to paint the body here before too long. We're real close. We got it in the final prime. We're getting ready to start the final block, and we'll be happening here real soon. So as you can see, we've got the dash painted now. Seth painted it a couple days ago, and we've got the outside of the body all in hopefully the last coat of primer. We're going to do a final block on it. Every once in a while you got to go back and just touch something up primer wise, but hopefully we're pretty much there now. And we've got the underneath of it, inside of the rear wheel wells are all bed linered up underneath, and we're going to put stainless, tentatively we're putting stainless on the bottom of the cab and on the bottom of the beds underneath, so when you look up underneath it'll look like a mirror up in there. It'll be pretty cool. This piece right here is something I just absolutely love. I think I've said in previous videos, so probably this was the rear bumper filler off of a 48 Chevy, and mice had got up in here and ate out the original metal. They had a nest built up in there, and so it was pretty thin. So I cut that out, and I saw that bumper filler in my pile of stuff in the back, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's just perfect. So I obviously bent it here in the middle to give it the form of the windshield and everything, and welded it all in, but I just absolutely love it. It's like an Art Deco piece in this old truck, so it's pretty cool. So yesterday I spent a couple hours inside of the bed right here, just nitpicking, and I found a few pinholes here and there, and just little things that I had to repack, just to make sure that it was right. So Seth just reprimed the inside of the bed here a little while ago, and I think we're good to go on that now. So we're going to start final blocking on the outside, get this all blocked, and we'll be ready to go here for too long. We'll be ready to put the color on. Probably one of the toughest things about putting this rear clip and everything on here was trying to figure out how to mold all this in and make it look like it belonged there. So, you know, just had to fabricate up all this inside bed stuff. We actually had the whole back of the cab cut out. So this is all new from here down. Like I said, we had extended the cab like 3 inches on the sides and everything to give it more leg room. But that was one of the challenges, was just trying to figure out how to make all that look right, like it belonged there. But I think it come out pretty good. Okay, so we got the bottom side of this thing all bed liner, and it turned out really super nice. We spent a lot of time smoothing everything out under here so it wouldn't, so everything would flow like it's supposed to. But my plan is to put all stainless steel on the bottom of this, polished stainless. Definitely the bed will have polished stainless on the bottom of it, so that'll really reflect all the detail in the chassis and transmission and rear end and all that stuff. It'll be really cool. Hey guys, thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this. Don't forget, if you've seen that car or know where that car's at, that funny car striptease, drop us a line. We'd really appreciate it. A couple thoughts. My buddy always says, do the next right thing. So I love that. I love that saying. And also, preparation time is never wasted time. Just like when I was working on the inside of that bed and found little pinholes here or there, just, things in the filler or whatever, just taking care of that small detail really makes a difference. God bless, and we'll see you real soon.